Fair use.
Exactly. He don't like the kids.
Oh my God.
If we got to be honest,
That's a fact.
if we got to be honest, like steps, I hate step stools, step daddy, step mom.
We can tell. We can tell. Once again, I'm glad people have individual
The
thoughts.
stepdad ain't nothing but the substitute.
He went into that mode of, what movie was that one?
Woo! Went right over their head. Did y'all hear that? Let me play that again.
Individual
The
thoughts.
stepdad ain't nothing but the substitute.
He went into that mode of, what
Too
movie?
busy running her mouth, over talking. No disrespect to her, but she didn't even hear what he said. We gotta talk about it, y'all. We gotta talk about this. Shout out to Anton Daniels for this one. Let's get it. But first, okay. So sometimes I like to watch Anton Daniels. You know what I mean? Really rock with his show. I don't agree with everything, but he has a host, or he has a dude that he's cool with, right? That he rocks with, named 2K. Talks with 2K, I believe it is. And this dude is very controversial. He's like the comedian type. Now, I don't agree with a lot of stuff he say because he be very controversial. But sometimes he hit it right up. And listen, right straight down the middle. You know what I mean? Like, he be saying some real stuff at times. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this, on this topic that I'm about to discuss. He says something so deep, bruh. Because, the women were giving Anton Daniels some pushback. Because, Anton Daniels always says that don't be a stepdad crash dummy or something like that, right? Trying to warn brothers not to get involved with single mothers. Especially brothers with no kids. He's trying to educate these brothers, which I respect that. I salute that. But just know this, brothers, it's going to be hard to find a woman with no kids in this day and era. I'm not saying it can't happen. It definitely can. But it's going to be real hard. Because a lot of women, man, they be hot in the pants. They have a hard time keeping them legs closed. So they out there doing what they do. Thinking they're going to change this man who just wanted them for moments of pleasure. Thinking they're going to change this man into Tupac in the suit. That's what women want. When, they don't want a gentleman. They want a savage that they can turn into a gentleman. That way he's a savage gentleman. They want Tupac in the suit. Okay? And shout out to Anton Daniels because he said that before. I know I said that before. Because I think it was like a meme. It was a meme or something. I can't remember. But anyway, that's what women want. A savage gentleman. Tupac in a suit. They want that kind of man. Not the look so much, but what it represents. You know what I'm saying? 2K was saying, all right, hold on. So let me not move so fast. So what happened was this. Anton Daniels saying what he's saying, and he's explaining his plight, or his sentiment rather, and the women were triggered. My observation, I'm already peeping game. I'm like, oh, they must be single mothers. That's why they giving them pushback. And then one of them was saying how she grew up in a single mother parent household, where her mother was a single mother. And I'm like, see, people don't listen to gather the information, digest it, like it's food, like soul food being given to you. They're quick to respond. They only listen to respond. And that's the problem, man. Like, they don't really hear what the person is saying. And even if you don't agree, let them talk, let them finish their talking point. Then you can interject. But they constantly want to interrupt, cut the person off. I just woke up, by the way, not too long ago. And it's just crazy. So now it's a back and forth thing. And where's the solution in that? If we just, having a yelling match or a screaming match, we over talking one another, cutting each other off before they can, mid-sentence, before they can even finish their talking point. It gets nowhere with that. And that's why if a panel's like that, I don't even want to be on it. You know what I mean? Because now we looking like animals in the zoo, just, going back and forth, fighting with each other, or animals in the jungle, rather. And it's like, you got to conduct yourself in a certain manner. Now, I ain't gonna front. People gonna get hyped up, emotional. That's expected. But it shouldn't be like that where you're just like, it's just to the point to where it's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I'm glad they had this panel going on, by the way. As the women were giving Daniels pushback, at the end, I guess this was like a snippet. At the end of it, I heard something that I never thought about. I was like, wait a minute. 2K's on to something, which is why I'm doing this video. And what 2K said was, stepfathers are like substitute teachers. I was like, wow. Stepdaddies are like substitute teachers. That's true, man. I never thought of it like that. See, in school, we, as youngsters, as youngins who didn't know no better, we didn't know, ignorance is bliss, right? We didn't know the things we know now. We didn't realize how disrespectful we was. We was young, right? I remember, and I know you can relate, whenever we got a substitute teacher, that's when, I felt like it was a sign of relief. I was like, finally, we could chill now. It ain't gonna be so much hard work now. But most kids, that's how they saw it too. But they was disrespectful and mean to the substitute teacher. And the teacher always say before they leave, make sure y'all show, the substitute teacher. They would, say the person's name. Make sure y'all show them the same respect that y'all give me, because they know we gonna act up. You know what I mean? And I started like really thinking like, yo, that's how these kids treat stepdaddies. That's how I was treated when I was in my last relationship. They don't really have a respect for you the way they have for their fathers, even if their father's in their life or not. And most of the times they resent you and they really want their dad back in their life. They never wanted you there. They looking at you like, oh, so now I got to share you with my mommy? You know what I mean? Like, oh, so now you going to get all the attention? And then the kids start resenting you. They start feeling a way about you because they want to be number one in their mother's lives. Like, who is this guy? Now I ain't going to front, man. When I saw, coming up, my mom was talking to some street dudes. I ain't going to front. I had that same resentment. I'm like, man, you ain't my daddy. Like, get about my face, man. I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? So, I wasn't like vocally like that, but I was thinking that, and you could see it, the facial expressions. So I was like, wow, 2K's on to something, man. And it's like it went over their head. You know what I mean? I didn't see the rest of the clip, but it seemed like nobody caught on to that, because they was, while he's saying that, lady who's like the host of the show, she was talking, saying whatever. And I'm like, man, that was a gem right there. You could end the show right off that. Wow. That debunked anything them other women was saying. No disrespect, because, one of them, the one that was giving Daniels the pushback, she was beautiful. But she felt the way because I'm sure, I don't know her personally, but from my observation outside looking in, it seemed like she's a single mother. If she's not with a man, she would want a man to accept her and her children. But I don't know. I'm not saying that no man should date these women. I feel like when it comes to stepdaddies, right, it should be men with kids already. I hate to say that. I know we're in a blended family era, But that's where we're at. I think men with kids should date women with kids. A man with no kids really shouldn't entertain women with kids, because now you got to deal with the resentment of these kids, they being bad. And if you have a child with this woman, you know, these kids are going to be jealous of your child and, you know, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be at war with each other as they get older because they're coming from two different bloodlines. You know what I'm saying? Two different DNAs and all that. No disrespect to my sisters, but most of the times when it's a black woman who's a single mother, their baby fathers be crazy, they some thug, you know. And if you're not a thug, you got to deal with that kind of stuff. You coming home to her home, right? And there go the baby father on the porch with his homies, shooting dice, smoking and drinking. Like,
yo, what's up, fam? Who you here to see?
I'm here to see my woman.
Who your woman?
And then she comes out.
Come on, child. You always giving every goddamn hard time.
Like, who want to deal with all that kind of stuff?
Oh, so you got a man now? After what we just did?
And a lot of times, these brothers are still smashing their baby moms. It's like a lifetime membership into her box. You know what I'm saying? Even though she complained about him like crazy, she's always complaining about how he ain't this and he ain't that. But he got you, though. He must have did something right. Anyway, man, it's your boy Donnie. 2K is right. Stepdads, or pretty much substitute teachers, you never had that respect for the substitute teacher the same way you have for the actual teacher. And when the teacher comes back, you know, everybody like quiet, you know what I'm saying? They not throwing paper at the substitute teacher no more. Everybody stop what they doing. Oh, snap.
Now, I done told y'all to show the same respect you have for me for the substitute teacher. Everybody's getting a write-up. Y'all, so I left and y'all throwing a party now. What y'all think this is? Y'all here to learn, not to act a fool and party and not pay attention in class. I ain't even do nothing. Trevor, what you want? Put your hand down, boy. Nobody talking to you right now. I'll get back to you. I'm sorry, Trevor. I didn't mean to raise my voice at you. What y'all doing there in the back? Who told y'all could do that?
Everybody like, oh man, here come the drill sergeant. All right, we back to normal, y'all. So yeah, you don't have the same respect that you have for the actual teacher. You know what I'm saying? Versus the substitute teacher. You treat the substitute teacher like they're a wet food stamp. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but you know, that's the reality of things. And I'm glad that 2K said that at the end. I'm glad I caught it. Because I'm not gonna hold you. I was about to click on to another video because I'm just like, yo, are these women serious? To be honest, if you're a black man with no kids, or any man with no kids, I don't think you should date a woman with kids. But if that's all that's within your community, you either move to another state or another community, or just know that if you're dealing with this, it's not going to be easy. People think, you know, people act as if, a lot of women, y'all got to stop doing this. They be acting like a man with no kids dating a single mother as if he won the prize. If he won the prize, then why didn't your baby dad or baby dads, baby fathers, why didn't none of them marry you? Why didn't none of them stay with you? If you're so much of a prize, and I know some of y'all probably gonna unsubscribe, it is what it is. I'm not trying to say you have no chances out here, but just look at what, and this is why I have to do these videos. I want you to see how we look at this stuff. Like, what do you bring to the table? They hate to hear that. Oh, woo, ruffling feathers. Yes, the man got to bring something to the table, but the woman also has to bring something to the table. Do you bring peace? Do you bring love, happiness, and joy? What do you bring? Will you help me become a better version of myself? Will you help me elevate in ways I never thought I could elevate? Are you going to speak life into my life? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you going to give me thoughts, ideas, and opinions? Are you going to edit my videos So I don't have to do it no more. Like, you know, if it was me. You know, like, they got to understand, what are you doing to help that man? Because your job was to be his helper. Oh, man, they don't want to hear that one either, huh? What will he gain if he gets with you? What makes you so different? Why should he choose you versus a woman that doesn't have kids that wants him, if he can come across that woman? You know what I mean? Y'all got to think about these things. But anyway, I didn't mean for this video to be this long, but shout out to 2K. That was a powerful statement, you know. I just wonder what made him come up with that, you know, because that was dope. Nah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's how stepdads get treated, like they're substitute teachers. You know what I'm saying? And it's not fair, because taking on somebody else's children, like trying to raise somebody else's seeds, that's not an easy task. And women got to understand that. That's not something that's easy to do. It really isn't. The people act like a man with no kids dating a single mother with kids, it could be a success. It depends on the man and the woman. You know what I'm saying? How bad they really want each other. But in most cases, it's not easy to do, bro. And how does he know? Hold on. This is when you should run, fellas. I know some dudes, they cause it on themselves. But if you get with a woman like this and she tells you that she has her baby father on child support, why you think you won't be next?